people to take them into captivity. Kind of like Iraq or Russia or China would take captive over America. Now if that happened, we would be right there saying, it's bad because they done took us prisoners. We lost the battle. But God said it was good that my people lost the battle, that they became slaves and became in bondage of the enemy. He said it was, what's the word? Good. I got another one for you. Go to the left, to the left, to the left. Go to Psalms 119, verse 71. Psalms 119, verse 71. Psalms 119, verse 71. This is what David prayed. He said, it was good that I was afflicted. My affliction was good. The sickness that I had, me being on my sick bed, David said it. I didn't write it right here. He said, it was good. So even the battles that you had in 2007, God worked it for good. The burdens you bore in 2007, God worked it for good. And if you are on a sick bed, or if somebody you love on a sick bed, God can still work it. Y'all talk to me. For good. But don't stop there. Go to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Go to Genesis chapter 50 and verse 20. Because some of y'all been betrayed and let down, and folks you thought were your friends, they broke your heart. Here's a fellow who was betrayed by his own brothers, and look at what he said. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. He said, you thought it for evil, but God meant it for what? Y'all talk to me if you can. Even when folk lie on you, when they grin in your face, when they mean you evil, God can still turn it to good. Because some of y'all got in-laws that act like outlaws. Some of y'all got brothers and sisters won't even talk to you. God can take that fracture in the family and still work it for the good. 2007, if you had a battle and lost it, God can still work it for good. 2007, you got a burden that you didn't foresee 2 years ago, a year ago. What surprise have you got lately that you didn't think you were going to have? The new burden that has been added to your life. You got a new agenda now. God can still work that for your good. Even your sickness, even your suffering, your trial and tribulation, on your sick bed, or somebody you know who's going through, God can still work it for good. And even the ones you counted on, the ones you had confidence in, the ones you trusted, the ones you knew that was blood kin, your blood brother, your sister, y'all were in the same womb. And although they have betrayed you, God can still work it for good. So number one, the certainty of this verse is stuff will come up. The completeness of this verse is God can work it. Y'all talk to me. For good. But now look at the cause of this verse. And the cause of the verse says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. Look at that. They work together for good to them that love God, who have been called according to his purpose. What is the cause of this verse? One translation says, God makes everything work out for the good in your life. When I got to studying this here, it gave a picture of God. God is kind of like a pharmacist. And I meant to call you, Sister Gwen, so you could give me some of them long words and some of the medical terms. But you know, when you go to the doctor gives you a prescription, you go to the pharmacist. And when you go to the pharmacist, you standing there or sitting there on the other side of the counter, and that pharmacist can take that. And he go back there and get a little off this tree, get a little off that preaching in this house. He know how to mix a little this and a mix a little that. He mixes a little this and that, this and that, this and that, and then he put on the bottle, shake it and take it. And you know that's how God do sis Gwen. God mixes a little sunshine with a little rain. He mixes a little success with a little failure. Mama Anderson, he mixed a little disappointment with a little success. Deacon Jones, he mixed happy times with bad times. And after he mixed it all together, he said, shake it, take it, go and make it. Somebody gonna help me preach out. He has a way of working it all for your good. Well, maybe you can't identify when I said pharmacies. Some of y'all who's from the country and know about cooking a cake. A cake just don't pop up overnight. A lot of ingredients got to go in the cake. And either one of the ingredients by themselves, they don't taste that good. I mean, raw eggs by themselves don't taste so well. Raw flour by itself, come on y'all, don't taste so good. What else go in the cake? Baking soda by itself. Baking powder, I'm sorry, y'all help me. Y'all got my back, y'all help me. Baking powder by itself. Not baking soda, baking powder by itself don't taste so good. What's the other ingredient? Slave and sugar and milk. We know milk, but I'm talking about by itself. Come on, don't taste so well. But Mama knew how to put it in the bowl. And she knew how to mix it up. And she could mix it so good when she got through, little children be saying, give me the spoon. Y'all talk to me. Give me the bowl. Just let me lick the spoon. By itself, the ingredients are not too well. But when you mix them all together, that good old cake. God has a way of mixing everything you're going through in your life to work out for your good. That's the cause of it. Now look at the consequence of it. The consequence of it is, watch me, we know that all things work together for good men that love God because according to his purpose. What are the consequences of it? The consequence of doing this is you got to love God. For everything to work out in your life, you got to first love God. Now watch this. This is the bombshell, and I'm taking my seat. If you love